and welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today we are going to be trying out products from my most recent haul video, and in that haul video I basically just hauled a whole bunch of Colourpop products, most of which I have never tried before, so I thought I would try them for the first time on camera with you. Not everything in this video is going to be brand new first impression products, but most of them, well, a good portion will be. So I did already prime my eyelids with my Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer, and we are going to be using the Zodiac palette from the most recent Kathleen Lights and Colourpop collaboration. This is what the palette looks like right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I swatched a few on my arm here, and I'm kind of feeling the purple pinky shades in the palette. That is Cancer, Scorpio, Libra, and Sagittarius. I also swatched Aquarius and Pisces, the two blue-green shades down here. And I don't really know if there's a way that I could incorporate those in, but I might just go for the purpley toned look. That's one of my favorite looks. And also I bought one of her Supernova shadows in the shade Constellation, which is a rose gold, which might go pretty well with those shadows right there. As you can see that glimmer, so I'll get to use this also. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna start with Libra, that shade right here, and put that in my crease. And I think I might end up trying to do kind of a halo eye with these shadows. So I'm gonna bring that shade kind of deep into the inner part of my eye. So I think from there, I think I want to try and pick up Sagittarius and put that in my crease, but also in my outer corner and my inner. No, actually, no, I think I'm just going to try and put that in my crease. I'm going to try and use this Sigma tapered blending brush to start. I haven't used this too much, so we'll see how it works. Just try and place this shade in the crease. Nope, okay, I'm gonna switch over to a fluffier blending brush and see if that works. Okay, so I think that's probably gonna be good enough for the shade Sagittarius. I've been blending for what feels like forever. I mean, I think it blended out okay. So now I'm going to move on to Scorpio, this purple shimmer shade right there, and I'm gonna put that on my outer corner and my inner corner to create that halo effect. And I'm gonna use my Sigma domed utility E34 brush to pick up that product and kind of place it right in that area. I am getting just a little bit of fallout under my eye, but nothing too bad, and that's also why I choose to do my foundation, concealer, and the rest of my face products after I do my eyes, especially with a new palette, that way, because you never know what's gonna happen. Okay, let's add just a little bit more of that Scorpio shade. That is such a pretty purple. I'm extremely excited about that. Okay, now the question is, do I put Cancer, this really pretty shimmer shade, in the center, or do I go crazy and put like maybe Pisces, this shade? I mean, that probably wouldn't go at all. Or I could even put Gemini in the center. Here, let's swatch Scorpio. Okay, so there's Scorpio, and then let's swatch Pisces right next to it. Pisces is very chunky, so that would be a very interesting combination. Okay, and then let's try Gemini. There's Gemini and Scorpio. So Gemini and Scorpio, Scorpio and Pisces, or there's also Scorpio and Aries. What would that look like? There's Scorpio again, and there's Aries. No. And then let's try Scorpio and Leo finally. So there's Scorpio again, and ooh, kind of went right on top. Let's get a little bit more of Leo. I don't know, what are we thinking? I mean, I feel like Leo looks pretty cool. I mean, of course, that's eye-catching because it's a bright, like, turquoise blue. Or I just go with my original plan, which was Scorpio and Cancer. Let's see. There's Cancer. there's Scorpio, which of course those colors obviously go together. Do I play it safe or do I do something different? I'm feeling like I want to do something different. So I think I'm gonna try Leo. So I think I'm gonna do these two shades right here together. I don't think I want to lay down concealer in the middle of my eye. I think I just want to go for it. So I am going to pick up this Colourpop brush. This is one of their original ones. It's just this flat, very, very kind of hard almost shader brush. And I'm going to spray this so that I can pick up shimmers a little bit better. And we're gonna dip it into the shade Leo and then put it on my eyeball. Let's see how this looks. Could ruin everything. I hope not though. Ooh. I think that was a good choice. If I would have put concealer down, it definitely would have been a little more, just a little more dramatic, but oh well. Now I'm gonna go back into Scorpio and put that just on the edges, just to make sure that they're nice and blended together. Maybe a little too much. Yep, added a little bit too much Scorpio. I need to go back into Leo. There, all right, so that's gonna work. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. All right, so that's what it looks like so far. Ooh, definitely getting quite a bit of fallout right in my inner corner on both sides. I wonder if I'm still gonna be able to use this. Ooh, I wonder if I can put this Supernova shadow like in my inner corner when I'm done. I'm probably actually gonna try that. Okay, so I am going to pin my bangs back so that I can put foundation on. I am gonna be using the Colourpop No Filter foundation. I have mine in the shade Light 55. I am a little bit concerned about the color match, but it's the only one I got, so we're gonna go ahead and try it. And I am going to use my Smashbox, the original PhotoFinish Smooth and Blur Primer, because I've been using that a lot lately and it seems to work pretty good on my skin. And I didn't get one of the new Colourpop primers, so I do not have that to test out. All right, we are nice and primed. Now I'm going to take this and my beauty blender, my Pore Beauty blender. If you can see the marks in here, my cats got a hold of it and they've ruined it. I was using a beauty blender that was sent to me by the brand Shayna B and I loved it, but my cat stole that one too and I have yet to find it. So I've been using my original beauty blender and I think I just am going to spritz the foundation. Ooh, it's a little waterier than I was expecting, so, all right. Uh-oh. So maybe it'll be a little light. This is the first time I've tried this foundation ever, so I bet because of how watery it is, you could probably apply it with a brush also. Tell you what though, a lot goes a long way. My gosh. I mean, the coverage looks pretty good. Gonna need a little more for the other side, but not as much as I just put on. It definitely blends out pretty good, I will say. And it's supposed to be, I'm pretty sure, pretty matte. It doesn't say on the bottle, it just says no filter, but I'm pretty positive it's supposed to be a matte finish, which is good for me because I have oily skin. Okay, so the color match doesn't look that bad now that it's all spread out, right? It seems to be pretty well matched, right? Or is that just me? This is like one layer and I feel pretty good about it. It doesn't look like it's sitting, sorry, got the thing right in your face. It doesn't look like it's sitting weird on my skin. I mean, I wouldn't say it looks the best that a foundation has ever looked on my skin, but it's not looking the worst either. Still definitely a little bit sticky. I do have the setting powder and I have the sheer pressed powder to try. I actually kind of just figured I would do the pressed powder on one side and the loose powder on the other side, but first I need to put concealer on. I did not pick up the Colourpop concealer, not really sure why, but I do have a liquid concealer by Tarte that I'm going to use, so I'll put that on real fast. Okay, so I've got my concealer on. Now it needs to be set. I think we're gonna do the loose powder first and we're gonna do it on my right side of my face. Ooh. I have used this one other time with a foundation that I use every day. I think it was, I actually don't remember what one it was, but it wasn't my favorite, but I wanted to give it a fair shot with a foundation that it's meant to go with. We're gonna set my under eyes first because I crease really bad there if I don't set pretty quickly. And then I'm gonna go in and we're just gonna powder this side of my face. All right, so that side of my face is done. Now let's move on to the other side, and I'm going to be taking the pressed powder. Oh, I didn't say the setting powder that I have is in the shade Translucent, and the pressed powder that I have is in the shade Light. I think I'm just going to take the same fluffy powder brush. This is a brush by Beauty Big Bang, and I heard that you kind of have to press pretty hard into this powder to get it to work. Oop, I actually need to do my under eyes first, so let's do that. Now we're gonna go back in with this brush and powder left side of my face. Okay, so that is done. Now that I have both sides of my face set. Oh, I feel like I might have missed a spot. Both sides feel decently equal. I do think I like this side better, the side that I just set with the pressed powder, more than I like the side that I set with the setting powder. It just feels like everything looks a little bit smoother on this side than it does this side. So we'll see. We'll see at the end of the day which one tends to wear off quicker. I am gonna put my eyebrows on now. I don't have anything new for eyebrows. I just use a Anastasia pomade and a pencil. So let me do that real fast because my eyes are looking a little bare. Okay, eyebrows are on. I feel much better. Now what I think I'm gonna do is do my under eyes, which I think I'm gonna start by putting Libra, the first shade I used in my crease, on the outer corner and the inner corner. And then I'm gonna take Scorpio and kind of do the same thing. And then I'll blend those a little bit. And then I want to take Leo, the shade I used in the center of my eye, and I want to put that right in the middle on the bottom of my eye to mimic what we did on top. Yeah, basically that. Oh my gosh, I just realized I forgot to do eyeliner. Ugh, normally I do eyeliner before I do foundation in case I mess up. So I'm gonna go put some eyeliner on real fast. Okay, so I got my eyeliner on. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I had a very, very small wing on both sides, but kind of digging it. So, oh, I did use the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I have been loving that lately. And I used to be like a ride or die Kat Von D tattoo liner. Yeah, that's what it is. But I've been loving this one. Okay, so I've got that on. I think next I want to just do my cheeks. I don't have anything new to use for cheeks, so I'm gonna use the bronzer that is in my project pan right now. It is the MAC bronzer, and we're just gonna bronze the cheeks up a little bit. I do plan on doing a check-in at the end of the day to see how this foundation wore on my face. I mean, obviously I hope for the best, but not holding my breath because you just never know, and the reviews on it have not been stellar. So obviously I hope that it works on my skin, but you never know. Next, I'm gonna take my Hourglass blush in the shade Mood Exposure and just put a touch of blush on my cheeks. I tend to be very heavy-handed with blush, so the Hourglass blushes are my best friend because it takes a lot to build them up, which is good for me because, again, I tend to look like a clown by the time I'm done doing my makeup and then have to figure out how to cover up the disaster. Okay, that's probably good. Stop. Next, oh, I do have a highlight. I have a new highlight. This is from the Colourpop Kathleen Lights collection. This is in the shade On the Cusp. It is their Super Shock highlighter. So I am going to just dip my finger right in and apply that. Oh, dang. I was worried about it being too dark, but I don't think it is. Really pretty. I'm very excited about this. I think I'm also going to use this on my brow bone. I'm going to take this little brush and try and dip it in. Perfect. And what do I have left? I have that inner corner that I want to put on, and then lips. So let's try and do the inner corner first. So I did want to try and use the Supernova shadow in the shade Constellation, and I want to try and put it in my inner corner. I've never used a product like this in this way, so we're gonna do our best. I'm gonna go back in with that little brush that I just used on my brow bone, and we're gonna pick up some of this. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, this could like literally ruin it completely, so I hope it doesn't. Oh boy, that is oh, uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna take another brush and kind of try and dilute that a little bit. Oh, yeah, that might have been a mistake. I have such a hard time with my inner corner. Every time I try and put something there, I'm like, oh no. Oh, well, actually, maybe it's looking not so bad. I just have to kind of like try and blend it out, but that's kind of hard to do with these. I guess let's just do it on the other side and see what happens. It's definitely a lot chunkier than I thought it was gonna be. It just looks like a mess, like a glittery mess in my inner corner. Let me see if I can do anything to get it off or at least like take it down a notch. I think I might try and go in with Cancer. It's that shade I almost used at the beginning, and try and put that in the inner corner. Now it's just looking dull. Oh, the look was going so good until I tried to mess around with the inner corner, and none of this is working the way I wanted it to. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take Stila Kitten and pop it in the inner corner just so that I can be done with trying to mess with this. I just want some brightness in there without being too chunky. That's gonna have to do because I keep struggling, and now there's glitter like everywhere. So what do I have left? I have lips and mascara. Let's go ahead and just throw some mascara on. I am using the Essence Lash Princess, the green one, on my lashes today. All right, mascara is on, and the two lip products that I have to choose from are right here. I have the Luxe lipstick from the Colourpop Kathleen Lights collection. This is in the shade Scorpio Moon. This could work. And then I also have a blotted lip from Colourpop. I don't think it's anything new, but it's in the shade Soda Pop. That looks like it might work also. I've never tried a blotted lip, so I kind of want to try this one. I think we're just gonna try this. So again, this is the blotted liquid lipstick in the shade Soda Pop. So let's give her a go. All right, and there you have it. This is the finished result. I do like this lip product. It looks really pretty. It's almost just like a stain because it's not thick at all. It's almost just like a water consistency. Doesn't feel heavy or anything. It'll be interesting to see how long this lasts on my lips before like breaking down or wearing away, and then how it wears away, because I've never tried a blotted lip before. But I think it looks really pretty with this look. The foundation, I mean, it looks okay. It does look a little bit heavy on my skin. I can definitely feel it there, but that might be because I'm very used to setting my foundation with a really good setting powder, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about these two products right here. We'll have to see. I need to test them out some more, but I mean, right now everything looks pretty good. I do like this highlighter. I don't know if you can see it. That's of course the Colourpop On the Cusp highlighter. The eyeshadow I think turned out really pretty. They were pretty easy to blend. The only one that did take a little while, but I was expecting that, was the matte shade Sagittarius, because it's a dark matte purple, and those always are a little bit difficult to work with, but I do think that it turned out really pretty. I think it looks pretty blended. I mean, I only used like 1, 2, 3, 4 shades out of the palette, so there's definitely a lot more in here that I can get some use out of. I will say that I loved Scorpio. That's probably maybe my favorite out of all of the ones that I tried. I did like Libra. It didn't show up too much, but just enough, so it was a pretty good transition shade. Sagittarius again was a little bit hard to blend, but I think it ended up blending pretty well. You just have to work on it quite a bit. Leo looks really pretty, especially if you foil it. It's not as pigmented as I think I thought it was originally going to be, but I mean, I could have laid down some concealer and did a more cut crease kind of thing, and I think it would have popped a little bit more. Those are the only shades I've tried so far. I mean, I did swatch quite a few on the back of my hand, and I haven't tried Gemini, which is my zodiac sign, so I mean, I could have incorporated that, but I didn't. I did have a little bit of trouble with the Supernova shadow, so I will have to go in and try this all over the lid and see how that works, or somewhere on the lid where it's kind of more intended to be used, but it did not work very well for me on the inner corner. Veto that, did not like that at all. I am going to try and do a check-in at the end of the day to show you how this wore, mainly the foundation and powders, because I mean, I guess maybe the eyeshadow too, but mainly the foundation is what I'm concerned about, just to show you, share with you how it wore on my skin. Again, I have pretty oily skin, so foundations tend to break down on me. So far, I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. I think it looks really pretty. Hi, it's me checking in at the end of the day. It's actually now midnight, which is why I probably look look exhausted, because I am. I just spent like 3 hours, maybe more than that, playing Mario Party on the Nintendo 64 and GameCube. But I wanted to check in really fast to give you an update about how the foundation and I guess the eyeshadow too wore throughout the day. The eyeshadow still looks pretty spot on. It looks really pretty still, I personally think. And the foundation too, after like an hour or so, I think I like the way it looks more on my skin. Like it kind of just melted and sunk into my skin really well. So I like it. Big thumbs up so far. I mean, this is only the first time I've ever worn it. So it didn't wear off patchy or weird in any way, shape, or form. It just looks normal. So good. Please let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you have any of these products or are interested in any of these products, please let me know. If you've tried any of them and have your own thoughts and opinions, I would love to hear those also. And I think that's it for this video. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, if you would like to be subscribed, of course. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.